We'll just sit here and wait for people. Meh. Uh, my this gimbal. Need a new gimbal. Anybody want to loan me mine? Yeah, not really. Um,
There's
I,
still nobody out there.
I'm I'm Gareth.
I'm Janet, and we are the Port Monkeys.
Oh, and we are sitting in our cabin on the MSC Seashore, and it is about 2 minutes early, minute and a half.
One person.
So I accidentally pushed the button when I was setting up, as happens. So
Today's the last day of the cruise. Tomorrow morning we end up in um,
Port Canaveral,
Port Canaveral. Um,
flat of or Orlando home. Howdy, Jules.
Hi, Jules. Don't forget to pick us up tomorrow night. Um, so we are on an excursion tomorrow. We need to meet in the one of the lounges at 7:45 with all of our luggage.
Wait a minute. Yes, so I don't know how many of you have cruised before, but I have never had. How sad is it to be on the last day of the cruise? Kind of sad, but
Kind of anxious to go home.
see everybody.
See you.
Yeah. But I've never been on a cruise where I had to haul my luggage off. Now, I know some people haul their luggage off all the time. They bring it on, they bring it off. Um,
But we have 3 suitcases, 2 backpacks, and then some other junk.
Watching the Port Monkeys from the American Admirals Club
Oh my
at SFO.
gosh.
Yeah, we're oh, what a beautiful view out the balcony. Yeah, so hi everybody. Gareth and Janet here from Port Monkeys.
Hi, Michael.
We started early, accidentally.
Accidentally.
So, but now it's the official time, and we are in our cabin, and it's cabin 15109. So it's on deck 15. Remember, we said there is deck 13, but not a deck 17 for some reason.
So
I'm going to walk out
it's weird.
and
Pretend you're just coming in.
yeah, give you a little tour. It's a nice cabin. These are nice cabins. I'm not going to let the door close. So there you go. It is a situation where you need to put one of your key cards in there, which means if we both take our cards, to go out around on the ship or in port, and you need your card, um, nothing charges because it shuts off all the power. Would you go on MSC again? Would you stick to Princess instead? We're going to
Me?
come to that. Uh, I would go on MSC again. Let me just say that in a nutshell. This is the bathroom. Um, Weird shaped sink, normal shaped toilet. I like the toilet paper. It's nicer than it is on other cruise lines.
Yeah, it's too
You know,
high.
over, you stay on a cruise for a month and, well, I don't get too personal, but I maybe bring my own toilet paper. Uh, the shower head is removable. Of course, it's got this kind of situation, but it's still temperature, water pressure. It's got a foot bar. The Last week, the Utopia of the Seas, Royal Caribbean had a foot bar. I don't think Princess. Well, none of the Princess ones I've ever been on have a foot bar. Shampoo, shower gel, and hot water. As we pointed out earlier, a lot of things around the ship are written in 8, 10, 12 languages. Does everybody understand those languages? Holland America has that on the newer ships with the card to keep the lights on, but I figured, okay, so I actually didn't try it myself.
Let's try it right now.
So Janet's going to try it. We read online. Hey, Tammy. We read online that credit cards don't work, business cards don't work. It's got to be your card. It reads the chip or something in it. You know, I don't know if that's true. We just never tried. Of course, I don't know that I want a credit card in there all day when I'm gone. But Janet's going to pull my card out and put in a credit card, and we'll just see.
Nope.
Oh, and that didn't last long. There you go.
Wow.
The bed is comfy,
Yes.
but
The pillows are
and
something to be desired.
it even came with this message.
Because we are diamond, we get a selection of pillows.
Oh, do you think it's because we're diamond?
Yes, it says on our thing.
Anyway, it said there was different pillows. I assumed one of these pillows was one and one of these pillows was the other. But for my money, they're the same. Now Janet says,
There's
well,
definitely
this one looks a little bigger,
and the other one's flat. It doesn't
but
crunch up.
I need two, and even when I put my fat head on there, you know, I have a giant cranium. Yeah, it's not enough. But cruise ships rarely have nice pillows, in my opinion. This bed is smaller by 4 inches than the bed on Royal Caribbean. That's crossways. How do I know? I brought a tape measure. I measured it. It has a safe. Ooh, it has a duck. It has these shelves, but, and it was this way on Royal Caribbean too, wasn't it? You know, it's got a drawer, and that's not a drawer. That's like a vent in there or something. But you can't get to the closet without closing the shelves.
But on Royal Caribbean, they were only this wide.
Yeah, Royal
And the closet
Caribbean,
was only this
they were
wide.
a lot narrower. It has this huge mirror. Let me get over here. Huge mirror on the wall. There, see it? And the TV's over there. Now, it does do that. So it swings out. That's a TV, not a mirror. We hardly ever use the TV on Royal Caribbean or on this ship because Royal Caribbean wanted $12 for movies. These guys only want 10, and there's really nothing else on there. You know, the live TV, it's Fox and MSNBC and BBC. Hey, another mirror. It's got these 3 shelves.
And 2 here.
It does have 2 USA ports and 2 USB-A ports. This is a light switch for there.
The other one is the light switch for the balcony.
Yeah, this is the balcony light switch. You're not going to see it go on, but it's the balcony light switch. Hey, look, sunset. Is there an accessible? Yeah. Can you see those? And this actually pulls way out from the wall. So I didn't try to use those. Sometimes you can't reach them on cruise ships. I was going to say 2 European plugs and 1 USB-A over here, but not on the other side of the bed. Only 1. Whoa, I almost booked your 14-day Alaska cruise on Grand Princess in September. Would have been awesome to see you both. Unfortunately, I ended up doing the 17-day. It's a 16-day, but it would have been awesome. Well, now I'm losing messages. They're going away. So if you brought a cable and had movies on your, yes, I think this TV, I don't know about Royal Caribbean, and I don't know for sure about this, but I think when I had it on, it had connect to your device or whatever. Of course, remember what we said about
devices.
The Wi-Fi. Once I turned on the Wi-Fi on my phone, I couldn't transfer it anywhere else. I couldn't log
It
out
was
and log
locked
back
on that
in
phone.
on my iPad or anything.
Turn out back here.
This is a refrigerator, but it's also a mini bar, and we don't have mini bar. And today it's locked. It's been open, and we had water in there, and we took some of the mini bar stuff out and put on the shelves. But today it's locked. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have to have the movies downloaded. Let's go out on the
I
balcony.
don't see any outlet behind the bed.
There's no outlet behind the bed. I looked when I made my room tour. So I guess it's almost sunset here. It's 7:10. And if you could see it, well, I see this ship out there. Miami is about 50 miles out that way. All the American Princess have free movies and Carnival. Although once I saw Carnival charging $5, but it was like a first run movie or something, I think. As I said, hey, Carnival charges for movies. And then I looked at other movies and there was no charge. So anyway, it's a nice balcony. I don't like the chairs. They don't recline and the backs are too low. See, that's the whole back there. But it's a nice size balcony. You know, Princess sometimes has those really skinny balconies where you can't even turn your chair that way and get your legs in.
And there's a couch.
Oh, there's two shelves here we never used.
Didn't know they were there.
There is, besides the balcony, of course, all ships have balconies, this couch. You know, on Princess, to get a couch in your room, it costs extra. You know, it's a deluxe balcony or maybe a mini suite. Um, I hear I hear pigeons. Oh,
You hear the
that's the
wind.
door. The wind. I listen to the wind. Okay, so but I love this couch. It's comfortable. It's big. You can sleep on it. It is not a bed, a fold-out bed or anything. Um, and I don't think anything fits under it. I think I pulled it away from the wall first day we got here. There's nothing behind it, no outlets, nothing. Uh, I will say this particular cabin, we have, if you remember our previous, let's sit down here. If you remember our previous lives, I don't know if you watched all of them, but we went into the jungle pool. It's a covered 2-story pool area.
It's up on deck 17.
Yeah, very busy, very
18.
very hot, very humid. 17.
18.
Oh, 18. There is no 17. It is directly above us. And the pool is over there, right? But starting to
4:45 in the morning,
they,
every morning I got woke up by them dragging the chairs across the deck. That lasted for about till 5:30.
and then all day, somebody moves furniture up there. They drag tables, chairs, lounge chairs, whatever. I mean, because we're right at the edge of the pool, right? So people are sitting right up there and here. And they slide that stuff around and they slide that stuff around.
It is very loud.
In fact, I'm going to have Janet hold this. I'm going to run up there and slide that stuff around.
Are you really? Okay. So while he's running up there
Where's your card?
in my pocket, look at that sunset. It's going to be really pretty.
See how quickly I get up there.
Should we time him? Last night we went to the specialty butcher cut restaurant, and the sunset was absolutely gorgeous. Looks like it's going to be another nice one today. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, you wouldn't want to have that moving around. He may be up there yelling. He was supposed to get up this morning and record it. You hear that? You could hear them moving carts. Yeah, it can be so annoying. We were up at the front, down in the bowels of the ship once in a cabin, and the anchor would start going around midnight and then around 3 o'clock in the morning. Were you able to hear him? I think he's running back down. But the cabin is very nice. And it was a nice cruise. Although at the end it always seems so short. I do like that they have these cool little reading lights so as not to disturb the other person. That you can just switch on and off.
Could you hear it?
I heard it.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else did.
Anyway, time to say goodbye.
Already? I
Yeah.
heard banging. Jules heard knocking.
So I picked up some chairs and set them down. And now Janet's going to sit down here
Yeah.
because our cruise is over.
And it's dinner time.
Yeah, that's why we got to go. Dinner start at 7:15 to 7:30 is our
time.
window.
And if you come after that, they usually won't let you in.
Plus,
I've heard people say that they were told to leave the restaurant because they were taking too long, and other people were going to be coming in. I didn't hear it from
the
person. I heard
they have a good
secondhand.
Dinner. It's Italian.
It's Italian, and they don't have spaghetti. They don't have lasagna.
Enjoy your tour of Kennedy Space Center.
Oh,
did
thanks.
you tell them? Did you? Oh, yeah, we told them. Yeah. Okay. The luggage, I think, will stay on the bus, though. We don't have to haul it around Kennedy Space Center.
But yeah, we'll be spending the day at Kennedy Space Center, and then it'll take us to the
Where
airport.
are you going next? Home. We're going in August. The end of August, we're going to Alaska and then the Panama Canal on the Grand Princess.
2 16-day cruises back to back.
Yeah. We may go on a cruise
before summer.
Yeah, in April or May. So we probably will. We just don't know what. We don't have anything booked. See what deals. So the question of would I sail on MSC again? There are some things that I absolutely dislike. I'm not going to say hate. I dislike. I dislike that I can't log out of my device and her log in. We can't share one account like you can on every other cruise line that I know of, except the ones that give it to you free, right? There was an issue with, when you come back to the ship after a long day in port, they have cups of water, ice water, and it's flavored.
Maybe some towels to dab your face.
In Costa Maya, yeah, and the towels. In Costa Maya, it was only for the yacht club. The next day in Cozumel, it was for everybody. Yacht club had their own, and they had a sitting area, couches. But they had 4 kinds of water and the towels and everything.
Like you would normally expect.
So, other than
I don't like the idea that they rent the umbrellas.
But so does Princess and everyone else. So, Royal Caribbean, I was shocked and surprised that they were free. First come, first serve, though. Some of the food is great. Some of the food is not great. They had coconut shrimp there at lunch, and they were big and they were fresh and they were hot and they were coconut and they were good. They weren't frozen, or they didn't seem frozen.
And they had chorizo hot dogs, which were covered with cheese and onions, grilled onions and peppers and stuff, and pieces of salami and kernels of corn, but it turned out to just be a hot dog covered in this stuff.
Yeah, it was called a chorizo corn dog, but it was in a hot dog bun, and it was just a regular hot dog with stuff thrown on top.
And no chorizo.
Yeah,
Who knows?
unless they've got a different word for chorizo, or chorizo is a different word for them. So if they offer me a free cruise, yeah, I'll take it,
If we find a really good deal, yeah, we'll go.
right? But I won't actively seek one. Uh, we spent $1,000 in the casino. Wow, $1,000, and amassed maybe 700 points.
No, I got 6 something and you got 3 something.
Okay,
So
900.
about 1,000 points for $1,000.
You need 8,000 points to earn an inside cabin free. So, and the casino is just super tight, super tight. But that's cruise lines. Although 8,000 points, I think on Princess for a week-long cruise, it's 3,000, I think. And I seem to get points quicker, so less dollars in for a point.
And you'd win sometimes.
Anyway,
We got to go to dinner. Thanks for watching, guys. The sunset is not as pretty as it was.
so from the MSC Seashore, off the coast of for some reason. Hey, wait, look down here. Just a second. You see the 2 hot tubs down there on deck 8? Whoa. Sometimes they're full of children, and other times they're almost empty, like today. Anyway, I appreciate all the tours from your video. I realize MSC isn't for me. I'll stick with Princess. Well, we prefer Princess, but right now Holland America is offering us a free cabin if we can go in the next couple of weeks to Alaska. So
We'll see when we get home. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next part.
bye, Jules. Bye, Hasty. Bye, Jesse. Bye, Christina. Bye, Austin. Bye, Ashley. Bye, hey. What am I forgetting?
Michael. Go on the Zan Dam.
Bye, Tammy. Bye, Jules.
Hey, Tammy.
Liam. I didn't forget you. I did that on purpose. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.